All right, time to work. I am. What am I doing? I am.
The front. I'm doing the fender.
I'm redesigning this, which I'll take you through. Tom's gonna work on. Are you working on the front fender or the rear fender?
I'm doing the rear fender first.
All right, the rear fender, which Tom thinks is gonna mount to a cross brace right here, because the cross brace will also support a kickstand on the bottom, the fender on the top, and then probably the fender on the back. And then I'm working on that new control box that I explained we wanted to redo, and I guess I'll explain that quick in a second. So pretty much what I realized is that this controller box relies on everything mounting to the lid, which gives your controller more space because you don't have these braces on the back because you're mounting it to the back side of this. But then whenever you're taking the lid off, which we had already thought about, you have all the wires attached, and that just seemed prohibitive. But we couldn't like think of a way to have the controller mount in the bottom and have enough space for like aftermarket vest controllers. However, where'd that piece of tube go? Now that we have this kind of tube with the machining here to leave like threads, we could use the same extrusion on the front of this, and we could actually bolt the controller heatsink to these and remove the need for these cross braces. And as soon as you remove the need for the cross braces and you kind of free up this area, then this can fit down here. And what that does is it frees up, you have more active airflow here for a heatsink. You have less cross braces, which I think will work because the bolts will kind of triangulate this shape, and we have such large weld area here, the bolted battery and the rear brace. I think we should be good. So yeah, we free up more airflow. I think there's better ways to make like this look like cooler with like heatsink and machining, and we lose an extrusion mold because this extrusion can be the same as this one back here. So that saves a couple $1,000, and we get way better cable management because then you can take the lid off and your wires aren't attached to the lid. So, but what that does is it makes it 3 components. So instead of having 2 pieces like the body of the box and the lid of the box, I'm going to have the heatsink and then like a body, like a central piece, and then a lid. And we have to have those 3 because you can't make this piece with a lid because of that shape. You can't open and close a mold for both of these with it open on this side. So we would need 3 pieces. So I'm gonna start doodling and see what I end up with for the millionth fucking time. Put a hat on, it fixes everything. All right, it's the next morning. I told Tom that if I could get the head tubes or like the neck tubes and like the beginning of the deck to fit on the same plate, that I would print it. So right now we got that printing, but in the meantime, I think Tom has a fender that he's stoked on. Are you actually stoked on it, or how are you feeling about it?
I think it's sick. I mean, it's a fender, but yeah, so it will attach to the rail under the deck plate, and then it just kind of has this. Let me get rid of the tire. This little like tongue that sticks down.
So technically you could pull it up, but you can't push it down.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be nice to have.
You could like, yeah, theoretically you could kick it from the back and like.
Yeah, or like if somebody thought they could pick up the scooter with it.
Yeah, and you could just put like a bolt in the center or something.
Okay.
To prevent that, and then for the light, I based it all off this, and I kind of guessed on these hole sizes.
Yeah.
But it would bolt on from the back side, so there's like these 3mm holes.
Okay.
That screw into the back of the brake, and then
it looks kind of sick.
It just rests on these.
Those are like a nice detail. They make it look intentional.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish we had this light so we could like print it.
I could print one.
And bolt it.
I could print a red light. I could print a blue light. with blue.
Yeah.
We can spray paint it red. All right, and then I thought I started working on the battery stuff because we were debating going from 2 controllers to 1 controller because of our controller box fitment concerns, major issues. But going to a single motor controller doesn't seem plausible at as low as voltage as most of these scooters run, which is normally like 60 to 72. Odin's just shrieking. You have to go closer to like 100 or 120 volts, it seems like, to get the amperage down to really push enough power to a single motor. And that, I think I have ideas on how that could be done, but it's just not realistic right now. So I do have ideas on how that could be done, but it's not realistic right now. So I'm going to work on getting like the deck and battery on one model, and so that we can kind of have one model for everything deck related. So controller box, battery box, fender mount, center stand, all that can be on one model. And then the handlebars will be a second model. So I'm just gonna start clicking. Well, I'm already drawing it, the next version of it. Check this out. It's a little cleaner model and whatnot, so should be good. Do you ever write something in lowercase and then you're like, gotta keep everything else in lowercase?
Yeah. When I'm at home, everything I just always have caps lock on, so.
I think I've noticed that. A lot of the stuff you send is like just very loud.
Yeah.
It's like shouting at me.
All my file names are like caps lock. Most of everything I do. And then I'll accidentally like send messages on like Slack to my coworkers in all caps. I'm like, whoops.
Check that out. That looks so fire.
It's a box, baby. A nice box.
It's a much smoother box than we've been printing because of the lofting technique.
The shell.
It's the shelling technique, yes. So we've got a crazy guy looking like it's really late. We got rear fender, which we decided is too thick and is lacking top side definition. Bottom piece that we're going to solder on because those two would not fit on the one printing plate. Body of a controller box, lid, heatsink. So that's what we did today.
Progress.
It is progress. So I think we're gonna print the body first tonight. Oh, dude, it's a 3-hour print time.
Yeah. It's quick, dude. It's just doing that all the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sick. Kind of sucks though, because now if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm gonna change the print. How much? Oh, the lid needs support. So the lid might actually be the one that is the longest one to print. So I'm gonna print whatever one takes the most material and longest. Yeah, so 4 hours and 12 minutes. So we're actually gonna start with the lid. We'll start with this piece. That's what we're gonna start with. Good morning, YouTube, coming to you with a bulbous battery cover. Controller box cover. And a failed print from last night.
Bird's nest.
So, gonna restart some prints. Tom's breaking apart his fender. He needs a couple minutes because it looks like it's going okay, maybe?
Doesn't even matter, dude. We already decided it's...
I think this will print now. I'm adding like an inner brim. I think I'm just gonna go bigger. I'm gonna do more brim because that thing didn't stick at all. There we go. That's better. Let's try that. Man, that thing came off real easy. Yo, it fits. Dang. That's a voluminous box. Oh my god. Tom, this is gonna be so easy to work in. Look at that. The real estate. Gosh dang. That's how it should be. What's the next step, dude?
No, I gotta finish this fucking fender.
Finish the fucking fender. How's the fender?
Good, it just is way more complicated than it was before. Because everything has to be like thinned out.
Yo, it looks sick. Look at that shape on the top. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this thing was a fucking menace, dude.
Dude, it's so good though. It's so much better than the
There's literally no planes, no flat planes to work from.
yeah, like I mean it's a round shape with a round on the round shape.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
So that's gonna look way better on the front one too though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's gonna
It
look
should
so
be
sick,
way-
especially if it only goes. I'm gonna advocate for it only going forward.
I'm cool with that because then it gives me a plane to work off of.
Because if it only sticks forward, dude, this thing might actually be sick.
What is it? 256?
Every day I lose faith, and then I gain it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping to like get most of the design done this trip, so that I could just clean up the models and, and order one. That is not happening.
What else do we need to do?
I guess like the controller box is pretty good. The deck rails are pretty good. The controller cross members are good. The rear cross member you kind of have. We have to whip up a center stand. You got to figure out the routing for the electrical on the thin fender. Make sure there's still like a routing area or like room for it, but that can always be added.
There it is.
Front
You
fender.
just pop it over onto the side.
I mean, I guess there's not that much left, is there? Oh, simplifying the rear dropout and the IS tabs for the brake mounts.
That'll be shitty.
Yeah, that will be kind of shitty.
That'll be shit.
But in due time, everything is accomplished, apparently. You just have to draw it 50,000 times. Wow.
Try it over and over and over. Create sketch.
Tom just finished up the next version of the fender. Oh, hold on. I don't know how to use this camera.
It is.
Oh, shit.
The glare. Dude.
On the glare. Yo, she's a beaut. Let's see those fins. Those are actually sick.
Yeah, because before when I just went straight up, there was like a gap.
Mm-hmm. Now they're like arcing, sick fins.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
It's amazing.
It was a waste of time.
It's amazing. No, they're sick.
Yeah.
Can I see isometric view? Yo, the drop, like the little cutout is fire.
I mean, it'll need to be like finned here on the bottom
Okay.
and here, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
Yeah. So this section down here is pretty heavy, but up here is like the...
Yeah,
It's
this
like
is all 3 millimeters, and here I just left it as
Okay.
like to match the thickness.
I
of-
kind of wish. How hard is it to pull down this little intersection point right here to bring it down just a little bit more?
exceptionally hard.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude, it's like the fucking first 3D sketch.
All right, cool. It looks great, dude. All right, it's Tom's last day out here. What do we do? Oh, we spent the last 2 days running prints. So we have a desk full of prints here, and right now we're about to put together the full deck. So it's like the neck tubes, the deck rails, the dropouts, the rear fender, and the deck plate all together for the first time because we've never done that.
fender.
Oh, and
Fork leg with brake mount.
Tom is saying that we have a fork fender here that has the brake mount on it. You can kind of see it up under there. And then in the printer right now, we have a front fender design that Tom worked on, and that's getting printed right now, and that has 32 minutes left on that print. So the biggest things are, seeing the assembly, we'll be able to bolt in the new controller box and see what it looks like. Okay, my triple trees are not quite in the correct location, but we can make it work. I like how serious we take the welding of plastic with the soldering iron. Oh man.
Get up there.
Oh, we need to set it on the ground.
Yeah.
It's super sick on the ground. Dude, what? Tom.
We did pretty good, dude.
We did insane.
I'm not gonna stand on it.
Yeah, do not stand on it. That would be game over.
Let me hop up there. Oh, now it's on the...
Okay. It's not that.
Rad.
It's not that big, is it?
No. I mean, it's big, but it's like... Damn, it looks like good, though.
Dude, this thing is fucked. This is insane. Oh my god. Look at that thing. Dude, it's so sick.
Yeah, it's quite good.
All right. That's all she wrote for the time being. Tom's taking off tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do for the next video. It's just gonna be like working at intricacies that you can hardly see but take a lot of time. So it'll probably go back to me grinding out in the office and just doing a bunch of detailed work, and then probably meeting up with Tom wherever. It might not even have to be here next time. To work on like production documents to get the prototype made. So we need all the prints and drawings and everything. So
the most fun part.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's all a grind. It's all for like the first 5 minutes of having the first prototype. Mm-hmm. That will be like an ultimate, either like an ultimate high or a very, very low.
Until that moment, from here on out, it's work.
So, anyways, thanks for watching. Buy some electric scooters when they come out.
Bye, YouTube.